I'm Sonny Charles, the founder of Spoilty, a mobile app that allows independent retailers like Bar Collier to create their own customer loyalty system. In the 3 months that I've been working on Spoilty, I've signed up over 30 establishments, been enabled by eSpark, won the SI Fresh Ideas competition, and received my Youth Business Scotland funding. I'd like to be a millionaire by 25, to be perfectly honest, but I'm 2 weeks away from being 23, and it's looking less and less likely every time. But I think it's quite good to set that milestone, and if I've not made it, make it for 26, make it for 27, and just keep going until it actually happens. So.
Are you inspired by a certain movie that just came out?
Could be, yes, I could be. There was a man called Jordan Belfort who aspired to be a millionaire, and I think the quote is by 26 he made $49 million. It's not bad, not a bad thing to aim for.
Can you just tell me whereabouts we are just now?
We're currently in eSpark at the Isle in Edinburgh.
What is this place?
eSpark is a business accelerator that basically helps you take your business to the next level. So there's one in Glasgow, Ayrshire and Edinburgh. And you've got about 30 businesses each in them, and basically they just try and push you to take your business from whether it be like an idea stage or something that's been running for a few years, just try and push you to the next level. So I'm applying for this competition called the eClub Santander Pitching Competition, and basically you'll just pitch your business to them and they'll ask you a list of questions, and if you're one of the best you can win it at £1,000.
And what will that do to the business?
That'll sustain me for a bit longer, and it'll help me provide get some market materials, as well as maybe get a few mock-ups done to take that app forward. I don't know, £1,000 is always helpful. This is Project Hire Sonny, which is something I came up with in about November time. I sort of thought to myself, this isn't what I want to do in my life, or I'm going to wake up one morning when I'm 40 years old and think I've achieved nothing. So one day, I can actually remember quite well, I was coming back from football and I was sitting in the back of the car, and I thought to myself, this needs to change. Why am I not putting my absolute all into going out there to either get a job or working on Spoilty? So, I had this fairly decent idea. So what I'd done was I laid out Project Hire Sonny, and it was either get a job by the 28th of March, which is actually just passed, funnily enough, or option 2, build Spoilty. And I think when it came to this, I started working on this, but at the same time, working on both side by side, and getting into eSpark really decided that I thought, right, that's it, we'll go build Spoilty. What I tried to do here, I tried to approach getting a job in a different way rather than just saying to someone, there's my CV. I tried to utilise things like Twitter, Facebook, got business cards printed for Hire Sonny, so I could hand out my business card and say, you could hire Sonny. And I thought, I'd implement the hashtag thing as well, because that's what's trendy and popular to do nowadays, isn't it? So obviously, this was sort of an objective by the 28th of March, and we are well into building the Spoilty app. Essentially been contacting customers, been interacting with them. But I said, done a lot of mock-ups and find the code at 3DS. I did find the code at 3DS, but unfortunately might not be the man to take this forward. But compared to where I was in November, where I was feeling quite deflated, felt like I had the wind taken out my sails because nothing was really happening and I wasn't being challenged anymore. I'm in a very different place now, which is always positive.
I've known Sonny for the last 3 months, and that's just through eSpark. We were introduced to each other on this business accelerator. I know he's a very outgoing individual and wanting to achieve a lot within his business at such a young age. He is developing a loyalty app for small, medium, large businesses, and he's looking for a developer at the moment. I think what he's doing is a brilliant idea, because if you ask people, tell me about loyalty applications, they don't know any. If you ask me just now, tell me another one from some Spoilty, I'll tell you SnapFacts. But SnapFacts is something that you carry on yourself. It's not something that's on an application. Whereas if Sonny can get this out there, you can potentially capture a market and get a name for himself. So it's definitely the person that's behind the idea. You've got to drive it. And I think Sonny's going to do that. He's definitely got the passion and energy.
No, I'm feeling pretty good. Now about 4 o'clock, pitch kicks off at 6. Definitely doable. I think up against some tough competition, but yeah, I mean, we'll wait and see. I think I want to beat them. I definitely see that, but whether I do or not, we'll see you later on tonight. I know I don't want to come across as arrogant, do I? So so you have to be rather modest. No, I want to win. I mean, you probably picked up on that last time. I want to win this. I don't go into things to come second or lose. What's the point of competing in something if you're going to lose? No, I want to win this, and I'll be pretty disappointed if I do lose. But you know, at the end of the day, some things you win, some things you lose. I don't like it at all, but you know, I've practiced my best. I'll give it my best. That's all I can really do. Just have to go out there and prove everyone wrong, and you know, be the Wolf of Wall Street. You know. Don't know if he was kicking about Brooklyn. So thank you very much, and if you like, you can keep up to date with Spoilty on Twitter and follow us at Spoilty. Thank you.
Pretty interesting. So, just on the app side, so customers are going to get to download the app for free. What have you done about getting the app onto the sites like the Apple site and Android site and things like that?
We've not done anything on that yet. It's still quite early stages.
Yeah.
Just bringing developers. As I mentioned, Jakob Dostal, he's actually finishing his PhD this summer, so we're looking to bring him in either on a full-time or part-time basis and start getting that developed. I've also got a meeting with another computer sciences graduate tomorrow. So unfortunately myself, I don't have much technological background, but it's just bringing these people in and you know, having that end goal. So the app, Jakob started developing that, and it's in the early stages, but it will be about summertime before we have anything that can get put onto the App Store and Google Play and so on.
Sunny, how do you think you did?
Not very well.
Would you like to elaborate?
I just felt like I didn't answer the questions properly. I felt like maybe I wasn't as clear as I'd like to have been. I think that possibly there was better people who maybe tonight who came across. We'll just have to wait and see. But I don't think it went very, very well. A little bit deflated, but you know, as I said to you earlier, you win some, you lose some.
No.
I'm Fern, and I am in charge of the biodegradable tents.
Great name.
The name has come in. Yeah, this pitch went okay. Realistically, I have no idea of cost, I have no idea of market, and there were much better competitors out there. However, it's a really good experience. Hope you win.
That's how losers talk. It's a good experience.
Oh, come on, it was.
How would you sum up Sunny? How do you think Sunny's going to do with his idea?
Good. More progressed than I thought. I've always heard of his idea, but never actually understood it until today.
That's a good start. At least I understood it from the presentation.
Yeah.
Ryan sort of zoned out.
I didn't realise how much, not investment, but
I'd done
yeah.
attraction.
Attraction, that's what I'm looking for. Yeah, it was good. I mean, yeah, it was tough competition today. Good.
We're going up to the award ceremony now, so just started raining unfortunately, but we're heading up there and looking forward to it. It should be a good day, but quite anxious to see what happens as well.
And all our first idea winners will receive a cheque for £500. So again, in no particular order, the first winner is an idea called Spoilty. It's a smartphone app that supports Scotland's independent retailers, and I'd like to invite Sunny Charles to come to the stage and collect her prize.
That's quite a nice check to stick on the wall.
Yeah.
But no, I think that's went quite well, and I think it's quite good that everyone from Mary won as well. So there was 4 of us, 5 winners, which is always good. And that's fine. So
What are you going to spend it on?
I think £500 definitely will towards company registration, trademarking the company, and then very early marketing materials. Yep.
So you're feeling confident about the future?
Yeah, I think I'm feeling very confident. That was a good result. And as I told you, we've got another competition coming up, so that will obviously look good for applying to it. We'll wait and see where we go from here, Ryan.
It's ready. We're just
Feeling good. Well, what we were doing today, what we were doing is we're filming for the San Francisco Summit, which is a competition that I'm entering, and obviously getting some help with you filming. And the first stage is you have to film a 30-second video, so we're filming parts of that, and hopefully that 30-second video will mean I get invited onto the next stage and then get through to the next round.
I know that you gave the pitch and stuff like that, but what will it really do if you get this?
It'll be a great opportunity. You're getting to meet like with lots of vice presidents of like Apple, the founders at Airbnb, people high up in Google and Amazon. Just a great opportunity. It's all free as well. Who doesn't want a free trip to San Francisco? So just wait and see. And I think I'm in with a pretty good shot, because obviously I pitched at their event for them. So I scratch your back, you scratch mine, and I think it'll be quite good that it's a tech-based company. They'll also like that. So we'll wait and see.
And what sort of stuff do they do?
So San Francisco Summit it's been founded by We Are the Future, who held an event called Startup Summit. And what Startup Summit it was just a one-day event where they had entrepreneurs who had essentially made it, like Gareth Williams from Skyscanner and things. They were talking, and then they also had workshops, which is actually where I sort of found out about eSpark and had the basically learned how to pitch and write my 1-minute pitch. So they organised that in November time, and they're now organising the San Francisco Summit, which is in July. I'm Sonny Charles, the founder of Spoilty, a mobile app that allows independent retailers like Bar Collier to create their own customer loyalty system. In the 3 months that I've been working on Spoilty, I've signed up over 30 establishments, been enabled by eSpark, won the SI Fresh Ideas competition, and received my Youth Business Scotland funding. And attending the San Francisco Summit would allow me to expand my network with individuals and organisations to provide me with invaluable knowledge. Being inspired by the tech capital startup of the world would allow me to become the best young entrepreneur I can be.